Grab your swimsuits and do some cocaine, because we watched Aquaslash. What's up, nerds? Thank you for joining us in this episode where we took on Aquaslash, and I'm your host, Jason, and I am joined by my amazing panel of co-hosts, starting with my brother, the Halloween guy, founder, creator of the Higby Horror Haunt.
What's up, everyone?
And our father, Ken, the creator of IGB Collectible Balls. He's swimming right now. My lovely wife, Amber.
Hello. Oh, don't jump. Jesus Christ.
Our cat, O'Malley.
That's what Tommy said.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Go.
The only man I know that's competed in a sea snake competition, Chris Martin.
Alright, guys, I'm ready.
Oh my God.
So, guys, real quick, let's start with Dad, since he's dressed to impress today. One word to describe Aquaslash.
Ooh.
That's the word? Was it oof?
Oh.
I don't know. One word to describe that movie? Wow.
Oh, there's plenty. Just pick one.
Yeah.
Come back to me on this one.
I'll go first. Wet.
There you go.
That was one of mine.
Bub, go ahead.
Party.
Party. Amber.
Party.
My turn?
Yeah?
Slice.
Ooh. I'm going to say disappointed.
That's on my notes, too.
Dad, go ahead.
Priscilla.
Surprised no one said Blades.
The Blades.
The
So much
blades.
potential.
Yeah. We will get into that. Let's dive into Amber. You got some facts for us on Aquaslash?
Well, let's see what I found. Okay. I could not find a budget. Nowhere I looked, I could not find a budget listed on any site. It was released July 29th of 2019. It was filmed in Canada at the Super Aqua Club Point. Calumet. Yeah, French. I speak French. Quebec.
Oh, it's in Canada?
Yes. It has a 3.9% or 3.9 out of 10 on IMDb, 25% Rotten Tomatoes, 50% of Google users approved of it. While I was looking last night, within 10 minutes of starting the movie, its
fell
IMDb.
asleep.
No,
Oh,
the
okay.
IMDb went up 0.1%, making it a 4 out of 10.
That's because all 5 of us watched it.
Is that why?
And we all paid for it.
And I watched it twice.
Worldwide box office, it made $151,067. And in Russia, because Russia does Russian things, renamed it Final Destination Waterpark.
Ooh.
Because Russia.
There's no premonition.
And that's it.
All right. Well,
Sorry.
riveting.
It's
So
like the movie.
yeah, let's dive into it, guys. Aquaslash starts with a couple of teenagers who apparently work at the water park known as Wet Valley.
Cindy and who was the dude?
I can't believe you got their names because I didn't even get that far.
Yeah, I got their names.
Um,
See, these thought goes on.
You
Sorry.
left out
Go
the
ahead.
high. The high quality intro sequence, Jay.
I don't even know. Oh, yeah. The intro shows like the sharpening of blades, and it actually almost. I thought we were watching Iron Man, to be honest. Like it looked pretty impressive.
That was a callback to Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy sharpening his gloves at the beginning of the film.
Okay.
In the credits.
Then that makes more sense as to what some of the other callbacks are down the road.
Oh, there's plenty of 80s callbacks.
Yes, there are. I'm sure. I only have a couple, but I'm sure you probably have more that you could point out.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Well,
so
the trailer was actually pretty good. The trailer actually makes you feel like you want to watch the movie.
well, I have a lot to say about that. So we'll get after we get through. We'll talk
Jason's
about
got
that.
a lot to say in general.
All right, so it starts after these amazing credits. You see a couple at Wet Valley Water Park, and they're sneaking up to the top of a water slide area because they're gonna go sleep together.
No, they're hooking up. They're trying to hook up at the bottom of it. She hears a branch break, and then she freaks out. Then he takes her up to there like it's any better. She's not gonna get killed up there.
That's Brad. It was Brad and Cindy.
Cindy, yeah, that's right.
Just kept on going, where's Brad and Cindy?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about their names. So there is this funny part where they're going up the slide area, and they each like pull out a condom. They both had the same thing in mind. That was hilarious.
Double trouble.
At least they're being safe, Bub. Yeah, that's a good point. At this point, so I at first thought when they were talking at the bottom of the slide, I could have sworn you see the person on the stairs, like looking at them. It's just a slide in the background. It looked like it in the shadows and stuff. I actually like rewound it a couple times and pointed it out to Amber, but so that was not the case. You just know that the killer is like following them. The killer follows them to the top, and you see a scene. They're actually having sex, and the killer goes up there, and the guy turns around and goes, "Whoa, what do you want? What the hell?" And I don't think the killer did anything. I think the homeboy just backed up and fell off the edge of the top of the water slide and hit a bar on his way down.
I think it was almost perceived as if he was pushed.
Okay,
Well,
but
she kind of poked him with the blade, and then he went through the rail and see you later.
Whoa, spoiler alert.
yeah,
He got
Jesus, Dad.
poked.
Jumping the shark.
Yeah, you got poked, all right.
Spoiler alert for those wanting to watch Aquaslash.
We're literally going to tell them everything. What the hell are you talking about?
So, and then the girl that's up there, Aqua Killer, just like slices her up and throws all the body parts off of the slide next to Brad.
But it was played.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No, Dad, your microphone. Oh, there you go. Your microphone went out for a second.
You all right? We're good?
You good?
But I was just saying, it was great placement with the arm hitting the guy on the head, and then the leg bouncing like right on him next to him.
Ken, are you wearing goggles underneath your sunglasses?
I'm ready for speed.
Yeah, you know. These are Olympic style swimwear
right.
here.
That's right. These are the fastest goggles there are.
For those
Where's
Where's your Olympic Speedo?
yeah, that's
Okay, here we go. Olympic Speedo. We'll wait.
for those listening, if you watch on our YouTube channel, we're all dressed for the occasion for Aquaslash. We're all in swim gear and vacation clothes. We're ready to rock and roll here.
Ready to party.
We're ready for the graduation party, and so is the class of 2018 West Valley. So we're introduced to a character whom I never got her name. I kept trying to find out.
Alice.
Alice, thank you. I was sitting there going, I don't know her name. Alice comes up, and she's doing this big like announcement about everything that's going on, and we're introduced to Josh and his bandmate. I don't even remember, was Chad and Slim, and their bully. His name's Philip, and Philip's about to start picking on him, and that's when Alice rolls up in the like limo and kind of says back off and explains the rules for the evening's festivities. Did anybody have any weigh in on the rules? Because I didn't even write them down.
No.
Yes, I got the perfect shirt. Courtesy, the 3 C's. Courtesy, control, and consent.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Set of rules.
Yeah.
But it was amazing that the entire graduating class fit on one bus.
Yeah, and then on the back it should have class of 18 with a bunch of kids snorting cocaine.
Oh my god.
What?
It should say 2018 grad night at Wet Valley.
Oh, that'd be
Okay, and so now we see the band starting to set up all their stuff, and we find out that the band's name is The Blades, which I thought was really clever. I liked that a lot. And spoiler alert, the Blades fucking rock.
They rock.
Yeah.
Wear my sunglasses at night.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I might be skipping stuff around, guys, because at this point I still wasn't sure what I needed to take notes on. So like
that though came the car wash.
No, so first we get the
we still get Conrad.
Oh yeah, Conrad.
Conrad Carter.
Well, but first, I don't know. Oh yeah, so this is where Conrad talks about the in the 1980s we find out a guy was murdered.
Yes.
84.
Yeah, who was Conrad talking to? Was it Tommy?
He was talking to
the whole band.
He was talking to the band.
Oh, he was talking to the band. Okay. Yeah, so that's where we get like a little inkling of that there was something had happened previously. Now is Dad's favorite part of the movie, the car wash montage. It's to raise money for 2 students to go to Europe. And it's basically
to go to France.
It's yeah, I don't know, Lloyd. The French are assholes.
We're introduced to Priscilla.
We're introduced to Priscilla, and basically it's just a montage of a bunch of girls in bikinis washing cars.
Yeah. It was all going good.
It was all going good. And so now, like, it was like really weird. We got introduced to a lot of characters really fast.
Yeah.
And this is like almost like they were trying to almost do like one of those like slasher type movies where you're introduced to a lot of people really fast. So
I almost feel like I was part of the party taking drugs because everything was happening so fast.
It was happening so fast.
I don't know where I'm at. Who's this person? Now they're over here.
Yeah.
These kids get all this alcohol.
Yeah.
They had it in their bag.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They were just they were unloading booze and drugs right out of there, and
there was no supervision from the school whatsoever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There were no chaperones on this.
Amber brought that up too. No chaperones.
Paul. They had Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
I don't think it was a school function. I think it's just tradition, like they said back to 1988.
That's not
Bonfire was just a tradition, and like that guy Paul that ran the park, I think it was just kind of a thing ran by him. That's why when he explains to Alice, like, this is your thing, like, I'm just here to let you guys have fun, basically.
Okay, all right. So, well, but that still sounds like it's a grad thing that they're letting the kids do, because she says they do it every year.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily through the school. I think it's just the kids.
The kids
that
just
wanna
do
The
it.
kids just put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Red Valley is allowing this type of
Yes.
behavior.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, Paul's letting it happen for favors.
For
We
Alice,
know why
basically.
Paul's letting this happen.
We know why Paul's letting this happen. Yeah.
Right.
Every year. We know why Paul's letting this
Exactly.
happen.
And next we're introduced to Tommy. it's he goes up and talks to Priscilla for like 2 seconds, and then yeah, exactly. He's looking for Kim, and then we find out Kim is talking with Josh, the guitarist from the Blades band.
Well, first
Oh,
I think
you
wasn't
mean
she
Peter Parker.
lifeguarding when the two guys came down the slide with the bottle?
That hasn't happened yet. That's actually the next thing that I have on my notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after that happens, then there's some guys run and cut the line. Everybody's waiting to go down the slide, and they just jump down, and one of them has a bottle of booze. And what?
It looked like a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, it was vodka. Yeah, and the one with the bottle goes down first. He lands in the water, and when he stands up, it's like this is like 1 in a million chance that this actually could have happened. He stands up with the bottle in his hand out of the water, and when he turns like this, the guy comes down the slide, and his head hits the bottle up against the other guy's head, and then the water fills with blood and
And glass.
That was cool.
yeah. And then then after that, it cuts away because then we're seeing Priscilla again walking on the beach, and she gets a phone call from a guy. He's in a car, and he's got blueprints in his car.
Well, first he's listening to the voicemail from Tommy.
Josh.
Or no,
Josh. Yeah.
and Dad, and then you see Priscilla talking to him.
Yeah. So then you know that this is Josh's dad. That
Yes.
So, when did the ambulance show up?
that's right. That's right now.
Okay.
After the
Oh
chick's
my
doing
God.
coke in the
So
room.
yeah. So this is Paul's doing coke in the room, right?
Yes.
Yeah, with
With Alice. He's doing
on
coke off of Alice's chest. Yes. And Paul is the manager of the water park, and
He
Alice
owns the water park.
and Alice just graduated high school.
so she's 18. It was definitely some Wolf of Wall Street stuff.
Was she 18 though? Because she said that they've been dating for like 3 months.
Yeah, they saw each other once a week or twice. Once a week. for
Once a
3
week for
months.
3 months.
So the next scene we get is Conrad cleaning out the water slide area, and there's all this bloody water and everything, and he finds this is probably one of the funniest parts. He finds the part of the glass bottle and holds it up, and he asks Paul if they should drain, and Paul yells no.
So he just drops it back in the water.
He drops it back in the water. Wet Valley, guys. It's quite a place.
Dude, this is when the ambulance guys are like cleaning it up, taking the guys out, and that's when Paul goes, "Here's some tickets."
Well, no,
It sounded like he just gave him like lotto tickets.
So should we call the cops? And then he's all, no cops. And then he's all, here, I got free tickets.
There's some
The
tickets.
one guy didn't want them, and the other guy's like, oh yeah, he reaches over for him really fast. He goes, oh yeah, I'll take those.
Matches him.
This is like Action Point.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
So, Kim is still talking to Josh, and at this point, Josh like grabs her and kisses her, and we find out that they basically had seen each other before, and that's, I think after that she like, does she walk away to try and find Tommy, or Tommy shows up looking for her?
Tommy shows up.
Okay. He didn't see him kissing. And Tommy shows up, and Tommy's a dick. He's not happy. He's pretty pissed, and then they walk off. Priscilla and the planner guy, who we know is Josh's dad, are out to dinner eating lobster. Priscilla's husband, I think, tries to call her, or does call her, or does he call Josh's dad? Is that...
Calls Josh's dad.
Calls Josh's dad, and they basically laugh. They're like, "Oh, I can't believe he let you go out with me," type thing, like, or that he's just leaving you at home. It was.
I got a 35-year-old lobster waiting for me.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, who eats lobster on a date? Because he's wearing a bib and it's like so messy.
It looks
I
like
don't know.
they've
He does,
been
I
together
guess.
for a while.
So now, there's a scene with Tommy and Conrad talking, and Tommy just says, "I want to see all these kids drown." Which
What about the part before that where the guys are getting ready to set up their stage? So they're getting ready to set up the stage for the Blades, their band.
uh
And Conrad goes, "This is probably better than anything in your high school." And so he throws a couple chords at him, and that's when they set up Tommy, and they say, "Hey, we need some help with this." And then Tommy goes, "I'll give you guys 5 minutes." But then he helps the band. Then they show him helping Conrad with a bonfire. So the guy's gone for like all this time, and then they take off for the dressing room or the whatever.
Locker room.
But he's like gone for hours, and he was supposed to be gone. I'll give you 5 minutes.
So all during this time, anytime somebody makes like a threatening thing like that, they have this sound play, almost like this person's definitely the killer.
this
Very like something from Scream.
no,
Conrad's like a character from Friday the 13th, the old guy that's like, the maintenance guy warning all the teenagers.
it reminded me of Club Dread, like a worse version of Club Dread. like they do that in Club Dread when they like make you think the guy's a killer. They do it like when they like
Yeah,
slow the
exactly,
camera
yeah.
down. Yeah. When Tommy's talking to Conrad, he wants all the kids to drown. Josh and Kim at that point sneak off to the locker room, and then they're getting freaky in the locker room, and it cuts away. So at this point, Paul,
Where are the chaperones?
there's no
There aren't
chaperones.
any. There's no adult supervision.
We've already established that Paul's the chaperone, but he's allowing them to do whatever they want.
Yeah. So
The question still stands.
Paul turns the slide area into like a rave, and like all the girls just are like, I guess we go topless. Like there's just like this random thing where they're just like,
Freaking glow in the dark.
Bunch of teenage
Yeah.
girls just going around half naked.
yeah, they're just
I
like
put
caution to the
UV
wind.
Boob paint is definitely a mood.
Yeah, because I put black light nude party.
Woo!
Yeah,
Sounds like a good
party on.
So
Party on, girl.
now Josh comes back and his hair's all wet because he was getting freaky in the locker room shower, and the Blades get all set up to rock out. And I'll be honest, I was not expecting this. This is one of the coolest freaking parts. Is these guys rock out and start playing "I Wear My Sunglasses at Night," and it was badass.
They said they were going to
Legit?
play 80s music.
They did say that.
I want to get a shirt where it says the Blades on the front and on the back. Totally fucking 80s.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wrote that here. Totally fucking
So
80s.
did anybody also notice the nice VW bus that Paul had?
Oh,
Yes.
That
We
was
did.
a pretty cool thing there.
This is where we find out why the Blades are rocking that Phil recorded Josh and Kim in the shower, and he sends the video to everybody in the class. So now Tommy sees it and he attacks Josh. And I didn't see this, but I heard him talk about it afterwards. I guess Josh's dad ran and hid in the bushes.
Yes.
Yeah, he was there to
He
watch.
ditched
watch
off.
Josh
I
play,
didn't
and he just
see it.
walked off.
Yeah, I didn't see that happen, but I when he said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
He's like, yeah, I didn't want to see you get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
When Josh is playing, you can see his dad and Priscilla on the beach watching the band play.
Mhm.
So now we kind of get like a falling out between a bunch of people to kind of like Bub said add fuel to this Peter of a little fire that they're trying to get going. It's
Teenage drama.
Yeah, Tommy.
With adult.
So the light is shined on Tommy, where it's like Tommy could be the killer because he's pissed off at Josh and Kim, and then.
Well, it doesn't help that he says, "You're all dead. You're all gonna die."
I'm just gonna say Tommy's a saint. So then it shows like Priscilla is pissed because Phil is hooking up with Alice. Paul is pissed because Priscilla is with Josh's dad, and Phil hates everyone. So it's just kind of like a little bit of a shit show.
First off, Phil, as a bully, how come nobody brought up the damn lisp? Come on, man.
I will be honest, I didn't even notice it.
Bully number one. Dude.
I think it got somewhat brought up with the gay joke earlier.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Okay,
Just
I
the way they like it
honestly,
from behind.
just to interject, I could not get over Mr. fucking Goku wig.
Yeah, I don't know
I-
why he was
I
like.
don't
I
even
was
know
like,
if
that
he
is
showed
such
up
a
yet.
bad
Yeah, that
wig.
was-
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, he's
That
been
was-
in it.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's been wearing it this whole time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I literally just like I made a note here. Bad Goku hair.
I thought
Oh,
you
man.
see him out.
I can't wait till we
tell
get to my
the guy
note
offers
about
them
that.
speed. I thought that's.
But then at this point, did anybody notice that Priscilla left the band thing with Slim?
Yep. She walks away with Slim.
Yes, she's got a
And this is where we find out like Josh and his dad are talking, and I guess they don't have a very good relationship, but we find out at this point that Josh's dad has a lot of money.
Right.
buying the park.
Yeah, he tells he doesn't like we don't know that yet, but he's told Josh like he's trying to buy this park. Is kind
buy
of
this park for you.
yeah. He says I'll buy the park for you if
Like
that'll.
this place?
Right?
You like this place? I'll buy it for you.
I've been here for 5 minutes and I love this place.
And that's when, I think Alice overhears that because then Alice
Yeah.
gets pissed off at Paul because Paul hasn't told her that he's selling, which, like, I'm on Paul's side on this. We've only been dating for 3 months. I don't got to tell you a damn thing.
I
Like,
just met you.
yeah, like,
My favorite part of this entire movie was that entire exchange. Because you know how many times that's happened to me?
it's like, yeah.
And then when she leaves, the line he says, "I'm sorry. You want to start a family and have kids?"
Yeah. Yep.
I was
Yeah.
dying.
Paul won me over right there. That's when I was like,
Yeah.
Paul's great.
Yeah. I knew right then and there, I was like, Paul's not the bad guy.
No.
So then, at this point, we get like this montage in the evening where we see the killer start putting the blades in the slide. So, and we see them, they do in X. Like that.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm starting to get jacked. I'm like, hell yeah, all the slides are going to have all these traps in them. I cannot wait for the next scene because this is going to be awesome. Like, I'm like so excited, right? The next morning, we see.
Hang on there.
Okay, go ahead. Shoot.
No, that's what I was saying. Basically, the movie goes, we're gonna get you jacked, but then hang on,
Yeah.
we got more time.
Yep. Yeah. We got a lot more time. In fact, I think we got a whole nother day. So, it's the next morning, and we see Josh's dad standing. I don't know where the hell. Why he's over in this end of the park. It makes no sense to me. He's just like, oh, hi. Turns around and he goes. And then you just see, like, it's almost like the first-person camera view that Martin loves so much, where you see the black glove come out with the gun and, like, follow him around. And then for some reason, I don't know why they did this. This was a bizarre choice. Shoots him in the leg, and I'm like, oh, he might, like, be around later on.
Crime of passion.
No, they do this weird thing where they, like, cut away, and then they cut back to him. And then they shoot him in the face, like...
Remember, we're watching B horror movies.
But that was just such a
Don't need
weird.
fucking reason.
That was such a weird choice. Like why not just do? You know what's happening. There's
So
no
that's
I
reason.
honestly feel like at this point in the film, like a whole separate director took over and like redid this whole movie.
So
like, you know what? Let's just end it.
I have a review, and I read the review and I go, this is exactly how I feel about the movie. So I'm really not going to give my thoughts until I read this review, because it's exactly how I feel about it. So when I get there,
So like, what I thought was happening is all right. He knows who the killer is, and they were gonna meet there. That's why he's there, and that kind of explains why he was there.
Possibly. But I was trying to figure out, there's kids going up the slide in the background.
I saw that.
How did they the shots?
how could nobody? It wasn't a silencer like that.
They fired 3 shots, and the kids are just going right up the stairwell,
I noticed that too.
And so the next scene we have Mom of the Year with this kid has his foot's wrapped up because
hang on, Jay, hang on. What about the when the dad opens up the closet door?
Yeah, that's when we see the couple from the very opening scene.
Oh,
Andy and
gotcha.
Brad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're in there.
Andy and Brad.
So
and I think there's some more bodies strewed about.
no, that's later.
That's later on.
Okay.
But yeah, you do see Cindy and Brad. That which now makes sense. He got shot in the foot just so he can reveal that Cindy and Brad are dead, guys, in case you didn't already fucking know.
Right.
We knew.
Nobody else knew.
Jesus.
For him to work.
This still makes no sense because then they kill Josh's dad, so it's stupid. Like your argument for that is null and void. Nobody else knew. Yeah, the guy that found out is now dead.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't move anything forward.
no, it doesn't. It does not move anything forward. So I'm really glad we covered it.
It was important.
Hey, because it might be important.
Now we're back, as I said before, to Mother of the Year. This
Yeah.
poor kid, his foot is
No, dude, you
bleeding.
forgot about
God damn it, Martin.
Tommy and Conrad in the car.
in the car.
Oh.
Sneak up on it.
Tommy and Conrad in the
Jesus
car.
Christ. I don't even have notes on that.
Dude, that was great.
That was a great scene.
Hey, get out of my car.
This is where I found out. I was like, well, Tommy's not the killer. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way. Like, yeah, they're talking, and basically, Conrad, you just find out Conrad's like a weird dude. Like, I don't even have notes on this. I don't even remember what they said. I just remember that I laughed during that
He's
segment.
telling her to let her go about Kim.
Oh, that's right. That's
Let
right.
her
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Oh, because he's texting Kim, and she stayed the night with Josh.
Oh,
So,
that's right, because she went to the hotel room and
Mhm.
Chad had to get out of the hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For no
Yeah.
reason,
no reason.
just to have her come in there and be like, I can't find Josh. Then he walks in.
He walks in.
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah. Totally
You
freaking
gotta
pointless.
Get a room. I got a room.
So
Yeah.
we forgot to mention that Tommy was fired.
Oh yeah, Tommy was fired when he attacks the Josh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, for the third time, Mother of the Year,
Yes.
her son has a bleeding foot from, I'm assuming, the glass from the water slide. And it's been wrapped up. It's bleeding. He's saying, my foot hurts. And the mom says, we paid for a full day, so we're not leaving, and tosses him a plastic bag to put on his foot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then he finds the
And then,
He finds the Walkman.
yeah.
Oh,
He finds,
yeah, that's a sweet find.
yeah.
Yeah.
He finds the Walkman, and now we know where Star-Lord came from. Next, we see Conrad, and he's walking underneath one of the slides, and he finds a bunch of blood on the ground. He, moves it in his hand to check it, and then he just wipes it away.
What the funny thing was is it was fresh.
It was,
was
fresh. Yeah,
It was from 2 nights ago. It was when the beginning couple got killed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Now I have in my notes the next scene is Priscilla hooks up with the least popular Blades band member, Slim.
Yep.
And Paul catches them.
Hey, this is the second time.
This is the second time.
Thanks for giving me another shot since I couldn't
Yeah.
perform last night.
Yeah, I think.
It was too fucked
But
up.
then it's the line of the film. My name is Slim, and she goes, "Yes, you are."
Jesus. Okay.
Paul just walks up on them.
So, they're gearing up for the big sea snake competition. And this is my favorite line of the movie, is when Mini Dak Shepard, Chad, he pulls up his Olympic trunks and says, "These are my Olympic trunks. They're fast as fuck." I thought that was the best line of the movie.
The reason why he wants to compete is because he's got those trunks.
He's got those trunks, yeah. Mini Dak Shepard. So they're gearing up for this, and then this is when Tommy finds plastic shavings under the slide, and then so he like freaks out and he tries to run up the stairs to try and stop the race. We lost Amber. She went down the slide first. She went down the right tube.
It sounded like she found God. She said, "Oh God."
And now this is another line I laughed at. They make the big announcement. Conrad has come out of lifeguard retirement to judge this. That made me laugh pretty hard. So and now for some reason, like, they were all pissed off that Tommy like even tried to like run up the stairs, and they were like telling him he was fired, he doesn't belong there. But now Tommy once again tries to stop the race, says it's been 35 years since the murders. And no one gives two shits about what Tommy is trying to tell him. Not one person is listening, which is just baffling to me.
But then the funny thing is, it's like, why all of a sudden now Tommy becomes this guy who's all worried about everybody else? Where through the entire beginning of the movie, he didn't give a crap about anybody but himself.
Yeah, but I think that says a lot. I think that's about the character. The character is just like, he's not what he's perceived to be. He actually doesn't want all the kids to die.
I think it was just a terrible story.
Yep. That too.
That's a great line.
At this point, so they divide everybody up into the three different slides. Priscilla suggests that, Alice goes to this one because it's faster. And so she goes over there, and then it
seems worried.
It's Josh, Kim, and Mini Dak Shepard are going in the other one. And then a group of, they call them the Goths. And I immediately was like, my first thought was, well, the Goths are going to be the ones to get it. Like, this is going to...
Oh,
And
no.
the way
I was
they were
like,
going
they're going
down
to be
the
all right.
slide, they should have gotten it.
So they go down the slides, and it is like this...
You didn't want to talk about the dance moves?
Oh my gosh, that was so stupid.
What dance moves?
God, yeah, that was horrible.
When they're down at the bottom and they're like, okay, how are you gonna go through the snake? And the girls are like, oh, we're gonna go like this, and they're all
We've
doing
been
the
training
moves.
for this.
Like, oh, that's it. And the guys go, oh, that's all you got? We're gonna show you what we got.
Gotta be a
the guy goes,
TikTok
all right,
dude.
hey, save it for the slides.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This movie.
Like it was the thing.
I know.
If we only had those traditions here.
I'm sure they were at one time. This movie is based off of Manteca water slides.
And then once again, before they get down there, they're going, where's Brad and Cindy?
Where are my employees? Like,
That's why Paul and Priscilla have to go up top.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, they've been missing for over 2 days.
I don't think
They're
gonna
not
show up
coming
to work
back.
that
And they
day.
fired Tommy, the only other employee they had, and they had to bring Conrad out of retirement. So,
That's a big ass water park, and you only have 4 fucking people running it.
yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Manteca
5
water
if you
slides,
count
guys.
Conrad.
So at this point, we see that the redhead Alice is the blades are in her spot, and she's in the front and hits the blades, and the people behind her basically just like push her into the blades, and she gets cut up. When everybody comes down the slide, you start seeing blood just like pouring out of the slide.
That kill was badass.
It was cool, but did anybody happen to notice those blades were like 8 inches wide?
Yes.
Yeah,
They were huge. They were huge.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
huge.
Well, I have a lot of issues, so we'll wait.
Okay, yeah, let's get through this. And
Let me put my sunscreen on.
this podcast is already taking longer than the movie, so let's. And then at this point, Phil pushes Tommy down the slide. He had a 1 in 3 chance, and Tommy got pushed down the one spot.
He knew too.
I think he did know. I think
He
he
shouldn't
knew.
have been standing there.
Yeah. When he gets pushed down, we see Josh is trying to climb up the slide where the water is pouring out.
The blood.
In the blood, yeah. Why? Like, what? Did he really think he was going to climb up that?
If you've ever been at Manteca water slides, you know it's impossible.
You cannot do that. I'm surprised. He didn't even make it far. He didn't even make it to the tunnel. That was at, like, the top of it. Like,
That's why he went around.
yeah, it took him a while, though. It took longer than it should have.
Took him about as long as the movie lasted.
So, and Conrad sees the blood, and he like faints and falls off of his lifeguard perch and breaks his ankle. At this point, I paused the movie because I'm like, okay, there's a lot going on. I need to catch up on my notes. And I literally see there's less than 10 minutes left in the movie, and I go, nothing has happened this whole damn time. It just started happening. So my fears...
You paused it right there?
Yeah. I had a lot of notes I had to take, so I was like, I gotta write this down.
I think I would have been surprised too. I think we're gonna have different perspectives from that. From you pausing and knowing, and me not pausing and not knowing that the movie's fucking ending.
So now we see Tommy. He's trying to do his best to break, and at this point he slams into the other girls, and it kills, I believe, both of them when he slams into them. But he puts his hands up, and he uses one of the girls' hands on one side, and his hand hits the blade on the other side. So he's bleeding out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have a serious question. Why is Kim still just standing in the bloody water screaming?
He won't get out.
She doesn't get out
He's in shock.
dude, for so long. She's just sitting in the water like, ah!
You ever seen that shit, Jay?
No. And you know what? I don't think I'd be standing in it screaming. I think I'd be like, dude, I need to get the hell out of here. Like,
Yeah, dude, the goths already got out and they're heading home.
yeah, they're out, dude.
Blood.
Was
I
anybody
see one.
impressed
Okay,
by the millions of gallons of fruit punch that was used in that?
Well, my thing was a lot of the scene, like, a lot of people had blood on them, and a lot of people didn't have blood on them. Did you
Yeah.
notice that?
Yeah.
Well, and like my whole thing with the first kill with Alice, you totally tell it was. I mean, it was a cool kill, but you could totally tell it was a dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what happened to the other 2 girls.
So,
Well, eventually body parts kept on kind of floating out every once in a while, but Alice was in the pool the whole time. Just
Yeah,
floating.
but Tommy didn't have enough momentum to go through that big of a blade.
well, to play devil's advocate, let's say it's like sharp like a samurai sword.
Sure.
I mean, that's if you want to play that argument, but I'm not going to. So at this point,
That's why there's so much
Priscilla,
sharpening happening.
yeah, Priscilla and Paul are like, "Hey, we're gonna go down," and they each go down a tube, and Paul starts like flipping out when he goes down, and Josh tries to save him, but the other girls run into Tommy, and Tommy's head gets cut off. And
Yeah, when it switches to that scene, the other two girls are gone,
yeah,
which was weird. But
I don't know what Paul says. He's just like, I can't, I gotta go. Like, he just like, I don't know. Yeah, like, I don't know.
Josh, tell your dad he's an asshole.
He was stopped. Like, I think he would have been able to get out of there. I don't know what was happening.
That water pressure, man.
Oh yeah.
That's why they keep yelling, "Somebody turn off the water."
Somebody turn off the water.
so he says that, but then proceeds to run up the fucking stairs to the top of the water slide instead of going to turn it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Kim's gonna go
Great
turn
point,
off
yeah,
the
then
water.
somebody dumped him down one of the freaking chutes.
Dude.
Okay, I don't know if there's anything. I skipped probably a lot, but
There was a lot going on. Then the hair guy jumps down. The
The guy with the horrible wig.
yeah, that's
Please just show his hair float.
they just like at this point, but you don't see anything
That would've
else.
gained
Like,
a whole star from me if I would have seen that. One whole star. All you had
so
to do was have the head float.
so now it like fades over to Josh's dad like left him everything, and Josh is buying the water park apparently, because I believe he hands Priscilla the $20 million check, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is where you find out that the person murdered in the 1980s was Priscilla's dad. So the whole Priscilla was behind everything. And I kind of want to talk about this a little bit because Dad and I were talking about it. Now, Josh's dad was the lifeguard on duty, and he was making out with the girl, and that's why he didn't see her dad get hurt, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And so that's why she seeked her revenge. She got everything. She got the money, and you know, it was a cool little like crossfade thing they did at the end. Although I had a feeling once they were all up at the top of the slides, I thought it was her anyways, so I wasn't too surprised.
Yes.
But she did a great job of not showing her hand. She really did.
Hey, it was a great plan. Like,
I think she showed her hand when she told Alice which slide to go in.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought as soon as she told her, I go, oh, I think she's the one.
Because I already had my, I already had an idea of who it was, that it was her, but then that just gave it away.
But then she made sure that Paul went down the same slide.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now we get the credits. Did you guys watch after the credits?
Of course.
No.
After the credits, in the blood-filled water, you see the kid with the cut on his foot come out from underneath the bloody water wearing his Walkman. Very much a nod to Friday the 13th.
Nice.
You didn't understand that though?
I did. That's the whole thing with the lifeguard. That was a nod to Friday the 13th as well.
Yeah, but when his
No,
mom,
no.
that was the whole thing. When his mom jumped, she got knocked into the pool.
Yeah.
So what, did something happen to her? They don't really explain that. She goes into the bloody water, and then you don't see anything again, but then you see him pop up in the credits.
Yeah, the idea is that he comes out of the water similar to how Priscilla did,
Right.
and that he is now scarred for
Going to-
life in a sense to where he's probably crazy now because of this.
God, I don't think so. He's
God,
pretty
please do not make Aquaslash 2. Please don't
It's
do
to
it.
build up Aquaslash too.
That's all I got on my notes, guys. Jesus Christ.
Couldn't do the slash too because now there's a shopping center over the top of it.
There's always another water park.
Okay, so this review is 5 stars right here. Okay.
Oh my god.
It is
There's
by
one.
Pharaoh M. Lamoth. Is this a 5-star movie? Well, no. This is the only 5-star review, by the way. And but the only other review on here is 1 star. Now, the man has some points. I don't agree, though. My best interpretation was that 5 different people wrote a short film. That's right, 5. And they couldn't come up with the budget on their own, so they came together. But these stories didn't have a common theme. This was their dilemma, and water parks was their answer. Was this the right answer? Probably not. But man, did they run with it. Actual review? 3 stars.
3 stars?
It's ranked 5 stars, the only 5-star review, and on the bottom he put actual review 3 stars.
So that's your review.
I will talk about it in just a second. Let's do the 1-star reviews, and then I will get into that. This is from Raj Al Ghul. Promising premise,
Of course he would.
promising premise, disappointing failure. I normally don't give terrible ratings to movies, but I was truly looking forward to this one for a while, and when I finally had the time to fully devote to crossing it off my list, I was let down in the worst fashion. And in the age of free streaming, I paid $4 for this. What the hell?
That was it?
Yeah,
That was a 1 star?
that's a 1 star. But I have, guess what, guys? There was a lot of 1-star reviews, so I have another 1-star review. This is from Jonathan Berman. One trick pony and endlessly pointless filler. The entire payoff to this movie is in the trailer, but they stretch it out over a third of the movie, while the first third is just pointless partying and high school drama. I would avoid this movie. Seriously. It's that bad. 1 star. So yes, to answer Chris's question, that is my biggest issue with it, is it does feel like, and Bub brought it up earlier, it feels like a group of people got together, had multiple ideas for movies, could not afford to make the movie on their own, and they all came together, brought all their money together, and were like, this is it. This is what we're going to do. And to agree with the 1 star, I watched the trailer, and they're damn right. You watch the trailer, and you sit there and go, holy crap. I thought there was going to be a bunch of slides that all these little things were going to be on. That is not the case. It is 1 slide at the end of the movie. The last 10 minutes of the movie.
Because it was all part of the plan.
It was a terrible plan.
Well, she got
So-
away with it, so it worked out.
So let's get into it, guys. Oh, Dad, since you dressed up, let's start with you. What are you going to give this this glorious movie here?
I'm going to give this glorious movie 2 stars.
Okay.
Wow.
And the only reason why is the story itself was kind of goofy and things were moving so fast, but Conrad was kind of cool, and the actual whoever filmed this movie actually did a pretty good job of the actual filming. I mean, they did some really neat cinematic things of the water slides and that type of stuff, so that was all pretty good. And then one other thing is the special effects were all done by the Blood Brothers. So I'll give it 2 stars as a movie, as just to hear Josh belt out the beginning of that song.
Bub, what's your rating on this?
I'm probably going to go with a 2 star as well. There was lots of callbacks to classic 80s horror films. It was very much a Friday the 13th meets water park. But I mean, I like the whole setup for Priscilla's plan, how she killed the two people at the beginning so that her and Paul would end up at the top of the water slide so that she had more control of the situation. And then in the end, she basically, you know, Josh walks away with everything and she gets a nice payout. And I think the reason she helped Josh was because in that moment when he gets punched on stage and everybody was just laughing and watching and nobody was doing anything, she went to go help, similar to how she was left with her dad. Nobody was doing anything to help. So she kind of had that bit of resemblance with Josh and wanted to help him out. So I mean, there was a lot of like things that were good about this film, but then towards the end, it just, when nothing like really tied in or made sense in a lot of like points, it was kind of like, what the hell happened? So it was kind of like what we were saying. You hit that point where it was like a whole new movie started happening, and it was like, you know, it just fell apart, which is too bad because I feel like they had a lot going for them in this film.
Martin.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. 2 stars. I mean, the whole beginning, I had all the build up, everything, like it was going good. Like I'm thinking, all right, this is gonna be a good movie, and then you get to the scene where you see his dad lurking for no reason and people in the background and he gets shot and you don't know what the hell's going on after that. From now on, you're just like, what the fuck am I watching now? This is why the B movie. And I was just like, they had so much potential, so much to go from there.
They had a good story going and everything.
Exactly, yeah. Like,
What happened?
Like, this is good. And like you said, you paused it like at the end. Like I thought there was shit ton of movie left, so like that shows how much it held my interest until the end. And then they just ended it like quick, like they were like, oh yeah, let's just end this really quick and be done, which I don't mind the ending. It was good, it tells the story and everything. It's just, it was not, they wasted potential, and definitely if I would have seen that dude's hair float out of there, that would have got an extra star for 3 stars for sure.
I didn't even see what the heck. He went down the slide. What happened to him?
We don't know. That's what I was hoping for.
We just know that he died. We don't see how.
Well, we don't even know what happened to those other 2 girls. They were there and then they disappeared, and then one of them was behind the other one. So,
right.
I think their chunks were just going down.
Man, I don't know. It was terrible.
Amber, how many stars?
I think I'm gonna go along the same lines. 2 stars. I actually stayed awake for this whole movie.
Wow. And it doesn't get 5?
I think that's why the score is so low, is because I was like, I actually stayed awake to watch you, and what the hell did I just watch? I felt like it was very jarring. It was jumping around a lot, and they were throwing in random short scenes that didn't make a whole lot of sense and didn't really tie in well with anything else, and I felt the same. I felt like they kept trying to start up different things and didn't go through with them. And then they finally at the end decide to make the movie what it's supposed to be, and then it ends. So, yeah, I give the movie 1 star for the blades and 1 star for Conrad. And
Right on, Conrad.
that's it.
I mean, I was just expecting. I really thought the premise of that it was going to have a lot more slashing and a lot more of that in it, and that just never really happened.
That's exactly why I'm giving it 1 star. Is I was so excited for this movie. I have seen stuff on TikTok for it. I watched the trailer. I literally thought we were going to see a water park the next morning was going to have those blades filled up in different slides. I thought that this was going to be like a complete massacre the next morning of all the students and everything, and that's what I wanted to see. I was so disappointed that it was just 1 slide. And like Martin said, I hit pause to write my notes, and when I saw there was so little time left, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was like, I don't think there's any more slides that are going to have like stuff on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, why even take notes? That's why I took a lot of notes right there, because I thought there was going to be significance to what happens. And
Exactly.
That's why
Exactly.
I'm saying our perspectives were different. You pretty much stopped taking notes because you're like, this is it. And I was just like, oh shit, I got to write that down. I got to write this down.
Yeah, and this was a hard movie for me to take notes on because I was sitting there writing stuff down. I'm like, I don't know, like, do I need to write all these people's names down? Like, at what point, like, I was like, at what point do I need to not be writing all this stuff down? It was very, very difficult to get started until, like, the story started to kind of go. But 1 star for the Blades, Sunglasses at Night. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I had to watch the credits again just to figure out who some of the characters were. They're not mentioned.
So next question, guys. If you dump some money into this thing, is this one worth putting a bigger budget on, recasting? I'll go first since I ended the last one. I say hell yeah. I say recast this, put some good stars in it, and I want to see what we were promised in the trailer. I want to see multiple slides have this stuff. I almost think it would have been a cool idea to have like a Jigsaw type character like take over the water park and you have to like survive type thing, you know, like
That would have been a great movie.
yeah. So I say hell yeah. What about you guys? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you would have to change the story around. Like with this, I would say make Conrad the killer and him the old man that is just tired of teens coming and messing with him in his park and just kill them all.
Yeah.
You paid overtime?
You get paid overtime?
I agree because I mean, for this only being 70 minutes, I feel like that extra 20 you could easily use to extend the killer's like streak and really do some of that. Because I mean, like I said, there's that point where they walk into the pump house and you see a bunch of dead bodies, but yet we never saw those people get killed.
Right? Yeah.
And it's one of those things where either show those or just save it all and do something similar to where it's like the stairway goes out and all these people are stuck up on this platform, forcing them to have to go down these slides that are filled with traps. And
that's brilliant. Yeah,
like that.
I also like.
We never really talked about Kim going into the pump house and finding everybody else.
Dad, we're done. Yeah. We're done talking about the movie.
I know. It didn't do anything.
That's where we
exactly. That's the problem. There was so much dead space in this movie that it didn't like help move the story along.
We know the dad died, but we didn't need to see it again.
Exactly. It was basically to show Slim was killed, but nobody cares. Yeah. Slim was not an important enough character to give two shits about.
When they were on top of the thing, they said, "Hey, where's your bass player at?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We haven't seen him.
Like I said, he was the least important band member. Like it didn't matter. I think that you're right, Bub, with that call about if they would have just extended it 20 more minutes and done a little bit more, I really think it would have been worth it. Like, and the thing is think about this. On the night scenes, there could have been slides or areas that were closed down and they could have set a trap in there because they could have done a thing where a couple like sneaks off to go into this area, like the kiddie pool or whatever you want to do. Like, and they could have done more stuff with that, and it was just wasted.
Well, it still could have been the slide that was sanctioned off for the race tomorrow.
Yeah,
it could have been. Oh, we're gonna go get a jump on it and go through the slide and just get another scene of them going through getting shredded.
Yeah, like I wanted just more of that. The idea is good. I just wanted to see it executed. Amber, big budget. We were talking about that. You had to step away for the kiddos, but what do you think?
I think they could definitely make a better movie if they had the money.
Yeah, okay.
100%, easily.
Yeah, because they would have eliminated about a third of that movie because there were so many little scenes that weren't even necessary.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so our next pick is Chris Martin's pick.
Right.
And we're going to continue fighting some evil, guys, because we're taking on The Banana Splits.
No, are you serious?
Yes.
The dog guy?
A boy named Harley and his family, brother Austin, mother Beth, and stepfather Mitch, attends a taping of the Banana Splits TV show, which is supposed to be a fun-filled birthday for young Harley and business as usual for Rebecca, the producer of the series. But things take an unexpected turn. The body count quickly rises. Can Harley, his mom, and their new pals safely escape? Dun,
Wow.
dun, dun.
I'm excited about that. Banana Splits.
Give me 1 second. Bub, talk about something for a second. I need to look up to see where we can watch this at.
Do you want me to talk about how
Amazon.
instead of the park being called Wet Valley, it should have been called Aqua Splash, and then they could have had like the P get like cut or something, so it did say Aqua Slash.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they're dumb.
That'd have been a good move.
Okay,
It's gonna be the remake.
so this looks like another one we're gonna have to order, guys. This is a.
Amazon for free.
It says it's $2.99 on Amazon right now.
Oh.
So that's fine. Hey, we don't mind giving back a little bit, you know.
Definitely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
So we're going to dress as the Banana Splits next week.
I don't know. Maybe if you guys watch the YouTube channel, you might see us dressed up in some fun gear. This might be the new regular. We'll see. But if you guys are watching on YouTube, go ahead and give us a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And if you're listening on the podcast, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. It really helps the channel out. If you guys want to help us battle evil on other platforms, we are on the Twitter and TikTok, both at Nerdz Vs Evil. If you just can't get enough of myself and Amber, you can visit our YouTube channel where we rate and review theme parks. That's Fast Pass with us. And you can always, if you got something coming up, you want to do some advertising, check out IGB Collectible Balls. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us in this week's battle against evil. We hope to see you next week when we continue our battle and take on the Banana Splits.